Mistakes I will never make again at Walt Disney World. So, we've been to Disney World loads and loads and loads of times. We are very seasoned vets of Disney, and I hope that you guys, if you're not a seasoned vet, then you take some of these advice. These are not just first timer tips, these are multiple timer tips as well. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and just to let you know, it is officially 83 days till we return back to Orlando, back to Universal, back to SeaWorld, and back to Disney World. So grab a Dole Whip or a Mickey Pretzel, whatever's your favourite, and settle in, and let's begin! Before we do that, make sure you subscribe to Planet Mark and hit a bell notification to be told of the next great upload. And check out our links in the description box below for super cheap Disney Orlando essentials. Let's start this list. Remember, if you have any comments of your own, then tell me in the comments section below any other which I missed, any you agree with, or any that you disagree with. So, number 1, don't pay for the drinks at the water parks because they are pointless. Okay, those that love the water parks, kind of like us, like know that Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach are awesome. Yep, but Typhoon Lagoon definitely my favourite. But anyway, they do these drinks there for these refillable cups. That we've got loads of stuff in the refillable drinks, but kind of missed out a bit on the refillable drinks at Disney, like because it's only the water parks. So $10 plus is what they pay for what you pay for it, and you might be thinking, well, that's only a couple of drinks. That's fine, but you really have to think. How much are you going to be using that? Just think about it. People on average only really go, us especially, we only really stay at the water parks for maybe like a half a day thing, and then we go off to Disney Springs, then go to the water parks. But they're certainly not an all day thing, so you're definitely really not going to get your money worth out of it, not your $10 or plus, how many it is there. And then you're thinking, okay, well, I'll just have to drink lots when I'm there. Well, you're not, because you can't spend the entire time at the water fountain. You can't take these drinks into the pool or even on the slides with you or any of that kind of stuff. So you'd have to pay money to put it in a locker. You might have a locker anyway, so you'd still have to put it in the locker. So you have to go. Typhoon Lagoon especially is huge. That is one big water park. You don't be like, well, I'm thirsty now, so I'm just going to run back to the locker, have a quick drink of this drink, which is really hot now, and then go refill it, go back to the locker to put it back in, and then go back on another slide. That's such a massive waste of your time. Maybe have it work if you've maybe got somebody in your party which is just wants to just sunbathe or doesn't really go in the water, is maybe allergic to water. Hopefully not, because why would you be at a water park? You're H2O intolerant or something. And they could just go refill it whilst you're on the slides or in the pool or something. That's, if you've got someone that's willing to do that, then it's really up to you. But anyway, that's what I would say. Just don't bother. We paid for it, and it's just not a good idea. Number 2, don't go during the summer holidays. Okay, sometimes it's impossible. You can't not go during the summer, or you don't want to take your kids out, so it's unavoidable, which is absolutely understandable. We've been in the summer before, so we know how bad it is. And yeah, Disney is busy at the best of times, and the quietest of times it's still busy. And Orlando is hot at the coldest of times, especially for us English people from the UK. So, busiest time of the year, hottest time of the year in Orlando, come together. It's not a good mix. It's super it's like standing, queuing on the sun. It's that swelteringly hot. And because it's so busy, there's not really a lot of seats indoors, so you might want an ice cream. Okay, we've got an ice cream, let's go sit somewhere. Don't want to sit outside because it's too hot and it's baking, so go inside. And there's not enough seats there, so you kind of completely screwed. The water parks as well. Water parks is pretty much impossible to have a good time during the summer. We went in July of 2015. Woo! We went to Aquatico, use that as a good example. And yeah, we queued for hours for each slide we went on. Had a really bad time, didn't even bother having lunch. We just spent way too much time queuing for slides. Got, I think, about 2 or 3 slides maybe done. Not even the best slides because they were just impossible, and I could not be asked to be waiting that long. And it was just altogether not enjoyable. And I was like, I come out thinking that was a really bad day. But then we went in November. We got there right at rope drop or beginning of the gates or whatever, and it was pretty much empty. It was really, really good, and it wasn't too cold as well. I think that's the thing, like the locals and people that live in hot climates think, oh well, it's cold, so no one wants to go to the water park when it's cold. It's not cold. Don't be put off by that. Don't think, oh, November, it's cold in like England, so I'm not going to go. It's never cold in Orlando, really, especially that time. The water park's open, go. We got all of the rides, all the slides we wanted to do done. We went in both of the lazy rivers. We had a nice time in the pool, in the wave pool, and had lunch. So we had all of that. So much better time. So just really think. Look at those crowd counters. We've got our crowd calendar that we've got, and so really think about that. And also it's cheaper to go and there's less crowdy times. Number 3, don't just buy things for the hell of it. Okay, this really comes down to really poor planning and not preparing enough. There's going to be things, okay, you kind of need to prepare for Orlando, you know it's going to be hot, and there's just, you don't want those impulse buys, because Disney is really good at, you know, providing you with the things that you need that you've forgotten. The little things, really tiny little things that you've forgotten, and then charging you through the nose for them. For example, we've got a whole list of things that you're not to spend your money on. So what Disney does is they pretty much just go to Walmart or go to some really cheap store, buy these things for like $1 or so, stick Mickey Mouse's face on it, or even more lazy, just the word Disney on it, sell it in a Disney park, charge you so much more money, like 100% more, 1,000% more than you would pay in Walmart. And that's what they do. They just either get you inconvenience or just put the Disney logo on it. And yeah, for example, Laura was really hot when we were in Hollywood Studios, and so she bought one of these. This is like a bottle fan thing, and we used it once. And guess how much is it worth? This, they were charging, I can't remember exactly, it was between $15 to $20. That's all it does, it sprays little bits of water. You didn't even get a full water bottle with it. It was just because of the convenience of people being hot and you just needing to spray yourself. It wasn't even that strong. We forgot it last time, so it was pointless even buying it. And that's what they do. These things cost, what, $2, $3 at the most? And it's just completely pointless. So put your money away and don't do it. Just don't bother. Just prepare. Like I say, check out we've got loads of videos on what to prepare, what to pack, and there are things that you can buy, like really good things that you're probably wanting, those impulse buys, but these pointless things does not need to be one of them. Don't get too bogged down in those Disney hauls. You probably watch loads of those haul videos, like for Walt Disney World on YouTube, and say, oh no, I want that, want that, want that. But really think, like, do you need it? Do you really want it? Or have you just seen it? But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go to the next point. Number 4, I will never ride It's a Small World again. It's the creepy dolls, the slow, boring ride, and that song, oh! The only way I'd ever go on this ride again is literally if my toddler is clawing my eyeballs out for him to take it on because it's their favourite ride. That's the only time I would try desperately not to. I'd beg, I would cry and throw a tantrum, but either way, it's a terrible ride. It's just not worth your time. And I don't care what people say. It's a controversial one because I know there's a lot of people that like the nostalgia value, and it's like, oh, it's one of Walt's creations. Well, it doesn't matter. It was a bad creation, Walt. Sorry, you've got loads of really great ideas, and I'm not going to slaughter him on loads of stuff, but this was a bad one. Really do not like It's a Small World. Will never do it again. Number 5, be a guest. This is now one of the most overhyped restaurants ever at Disney, and if you've never been to here, then you've probably heard, oh, it's really good, you need to go here. And that's what they do. They make you think, yeah, you need to go. But anyone that goes, ask anyone that's been, they always say that the food is really bad. It doesn't know whether it wants to be American, so really safe options which you can just, nice food that you can eat, or unique French cuisine, which could be posh, which either of these could be good, but they don't. They just mash it together in this horrible mess of food, which I'm not saying the chef is bad, he's probably just been given bad tools to work with. The main thing is that you're there for the setting, the location. They really go all out, and that's what you're wanting to do. What they really should have done is, well, what the less money grabbing thing they could have done is had it as like a walk-in tour or something like that, where you can explore the whole of the castle, and it just so happened to have a restaurant in the actual dining room bit. That would be so much better. Then you could still have the pleasure of exploring Beast's castle from Beauty and the Beast, and then having a meal if you want to. It's one of those things that just to explore the castle is a really nice experience. But if you have to, absolutely have to go, do the quick service lunch version. It's a lot cheaper, a lot quicker as well, and you don't have, it's just a lot less annoying to go through all of that, and you're much more likely to get seats. But I will say, if you want a full comprehensive review of our time at Be a Guest and us really going apart everything and dissecting it, check it out here in our restaurant review series, where we go through all of the Disney restaurants and review them one by one. Number 6, the shows. Okay, this is very hit and miss. The shows at Disney are really, they're either really good, like The Lion King, definitely recommend that one, or really bad, never do it again, The Little Mermaid the musical, or just plain annoying and pointless, like Finding Nemo the musical. Basically all they did was got the story, which wasn't a musical beforehand, which we all know, but they've added songs which didn't help the storyline, were completely pointless, weren't catchy apart from one because they just pretty much sounded all the same, and it was just annoying. It did not work, and it had no traits of like normal musical theatre. I'm not trying to be pretentious here, but I studied musical theatre, and that would not have made the cut on my course. The Little Mermaid was 20 minutes of just pure boredom. Indiana Jones as well. I watched it once 10 years ago, didn't like it then. Took Laura once, like 2 years ago or in 2015. Never wanted to, just so she knew how bad it was. It's just a bad show. We did not like it, although it's like stunty and that it just doesn't work for me. So it's kind of personal preference once you've seen one of those shows. But you'll know, if you've not been before, you know, you might really love one of these shows. But like, tell me as well in the comment section below, what do you think of those shows that I've mentioned? What about Frozen Ever After? Probably might do that one again. I'm still on the bench about that one. Beauty and the Beast was really good. But anyway, for a full list of all the worst things at all of the parks, check out another one of our series. We've done a lot on these kinds of things. Number 7, I will never wear my new shoes in the park. Okay, if you're from the UK especially, you'll know that stuff like clothes, shoes, food, and pretty much anything you can get your hand on is always cheaper, or pretty much everything is cheaper in the US. So you might want to go crazy, and I would encourage you to go crazy at the right places for the right prices. And, you know, just really spend. What we do is I always make sure like I buy a really nice, expensive, but cheaper pair of shoes over in the US. So do that, and I love doing that. However, one of the bad things that you have to remember why I wouldn't do it in the parks is because brand new shoes, breaking them in, blisters, really painful, calluses, and if you're going to be walking around loads in the parks, it's just generally what you do. You walk around a hell of a lot. And if you're not wearing comfortable shoes, or if you're wearing those new shoes, those new Nike Air Tops or whatever they are, they're going to be painful. Really painful. You can't change, well, you could change your shoes, but even if you did change your shoes, you've still got those blisters, and you're going to probably get blisters anyway. You don't need new shoes, blisters, to go onto those other blisters. Blisters out, blisters. And also, the water rides as well. Don't ever kind of underestimate how watery the water rides are, how wet they get you. For example, Cali River Rapids destroyed my pair of shoes, and if you're over at Universal, Popeyes as well, one is a shoe destroyer as well. Number 8, I will never design and make my own phone case at Disney Orlando again. So what you'll probably be tempted to do is another one of those spending, not preparing things, or kind of like window shopping things that you see when you get off Space Mountain. It does look really cute and really awesome. That I can understand why we did it, because it just looked so cool to be able to make your very own phone case, and we just got new iPhones at the time as well. It also is in Disney Springs if you want to try that there. So you get to choose from hundreds of different designs, like really unique, like cool Disney designs, and you watch it and they make it there in front of you, and it's really, really cool. They've pretty much got any smartphone, any mainstream smartphone if you've got one, but it's very expensive, and you may think, okay, well, this is really, really big, so it's definitely worth it. But then what happened with us, literally only, I think, like not even a year, maybe 6 to 7, 8 months, it broke. It was just coming apart, and this big bulky thing that was supposed to protect your phone, it was coming apart. It's a good thing that you didn't drop the phone on the concrete floor, because it would just have shattered then, not protecting your phone at all. And you know, Orlando is a very long way from the UK, so it's not like I can go back and say, hey, I want my money back guarantee. It's just a waste of money. Number 9, don't stay all day from rope drop. Okay, rope drop, just in case you don't know, is when they quite literally drop the rope, boop, and let people in right at the beginning of the day. And you might be one of those people that's like, oh, okay, no, I want to go right at rope drop, I want to do the entire day there just to get everything done. But theme parks is a lot of walking, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of intensity. You might not be doing strenuous exercise, but it still takes a lot out of you, especially in Orlando where everything's like swelteringly hot. Again, that weather. We love the weather, we love you, sun, but you know, sometimes you're a bit too much. Getting up early in the morning, especially for me because I'm not a morning person, you're going to be more tired than normal if you just would have had a lay in. That coupled with all the exhaustion from the parks, and if you're in a big party, that's going to be even more exhausting because more people want to do more things. It's going to be slower for you as well because you're in a group, there's more people, and there's an expression which you don't really get until you go to Orlando, and that's, I need a vacation from my vacation, because it's just so intense. Especially, I mean, maybe if you're going for like, I don't know, 3 days or something like that during the park every day, yep, that's intense, that's just enough. But if you're going for 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever, just at Disney, try and do all the parks all the time, every day, is going to be really, really knackering. And it's kind of really led us to quite a few different times burning out before that we wanted to, when we wanted to stay all day, and it's like, no, I just really can't. I mean, you're enjoying yourself, you're not having a bad time, but you're just tired and you're like, okay, I need to go home. So what you can either do is get there slightly later, like, I don't know, even 10, 11 o'clock would be fine. That would be just enough time, like, you know, to do everything and be at the end of the day wanting to go home, not so tired, if you know, that's what we would do. Or if you're staying on property, get there early in the morning, go back during the busiest time of the day, like 12 to 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, and then go have some dinner or go back for dinner and stay there the rest of the night. That's a really good idea because it gets you up the sun, you can have a bit of a rest, and you can still enjoy the best parts of the day and all the rides, and less queues as well. Number 10, I would never drink Beverly again. Okay, Beverly's not a woman, Beverly is a drink. Let's clear that one up right now. Okay, let me just tell you a story, okay? Just imagine this. You're in Epcot. It's really hot. And you're like, oh, I need a drink. Go for your bag. Oh no, I forgot a drink. Go for your wallet. Oh no, I forgot my wallet. So you see Club Cool. And you see there's a sign that says free drinks inside. Then to your amazement, you go in. It's not just water, it's all these fizzy drinks at Club Cool. You're like, oh yes. But shock, there's loads of lines for each of the drink fountains. Apart from one, you see it, and it's like, oh yes, but it's called this weird concoction called Beverly. So you pour yourself a glass, thinking, oh yes, I'm so thirsty, and here's me gonna quench my thirst with this, and then you take a sip, and it tastes like puke mixed with vodka. And then you realise the people have just been waiting for you to stand there, and then now they're laughing their heads off because you've just drank some of this horrible concoction named Beverly. It is really, really bad. The only reason why you'd ever try it is just because the person before you said, this drink, this is the best drink ever. Then watched as they watched your face in horror as you finally taste it. So unless you like the taste of asbestos, I probably wouldn't recommend it, although you're probably now thinking, maybe I do like asbestos. But no, I would never try it again, so yeah, definitely a no-no. Number 11, I've ran out of fingers. But anyway, I will never queue for one of the character meet and greets again. Basically, it's just no point anymore, especially in the heat. there's fast passes now. You can use fast passes, and normally at the end of the day, there's not really a lot of people waiting around for these ones right at the end of the day for the Disney queuing. So you might as well just book your fast passes with them once you've used up all your free at the beginning. And yeah, so use them, utilize them, and there's other things as well. Epcot, you can meet loads of the Fab Five all in one go, so you don't have to wait 30 minutes just to meet one character. You can be there within like, I don't know, 10 minutes or however how long it takes to get through the queues of the Fast Pass and see all 5. Or you could go to something like Chef Mickey's where you get to see the Fab 5 or anything like that, and that just takes away from all your queuing, because I hate queuing. I really don't like queuing, and I'm just so impatient. But no, I'd rather much really prefer to do something like that. So no, I'd never queue for someone again when you've just got these fast passes, or if you're going to a character meet and greet, breakfast or meal. So there's just no point. Besides, you only get like 2 minutes with them anyway, so it's pointless waiting like 30 minutes for something that you're only gonna take one photo of and leave. And finally, number 12. I will never rush my time at Disney again. Basically, you're not going to get everything done. Accept it now. Swallow that bitter pill. You're not going to do it all. We have been many years in a row, and many times we've not even done it all. So don't try to do everything. There's just so much you want to do, so don't even rush it. Don't be feeling you need to run everywhere. I mean, you've got Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, so many mountains. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Haunted Mansion, just all of these different awesome roller coasters and rides and attractions, the parades, just so much that you could do. And you don't want to miss the small things, the little things, because you're running past and you're not taking notice. The little acts of kindness of people giving out like free stuff or monuments, or little, like there's a secret little well that we've never seen before. We just, beside the castle, it's right there because we just normally go past it, but it's a really beautiful well. There's ducks as well. I've never really noticed at Disney before, which, yeah, they're just little things. It's the little things, the little really magical things which you're not going to forget, which is really surprising, to be fair. And just think, okay, well, you know, if you don't do it this time, you can go back again. And that's the thing that always gets me going. If I don't do it this time, you know, I just want to go back again. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Always thinking, okay, I'm not done it this time, but I will do it again next time. Put that on your list. So make a list of everything you want to do, all the really essential things you need to do, and just make sure you do them. Make sure you book the fast passes for them as soon as you can, or eat at those restaurants as soon as you can as well. Book them restaurants, but definitely don't rush it. Enjoy yourself. You are on vacation, and it's really easy to forget that, especially at somewhere like as intense as Disney and Orlando and Universal, just all those places like Busch Gardens, Aquatica, into Volcano Bay. Just don't forget that you're on vacation and just relax, just chill, you know? The nicest people in the world, well, the nicest customer service people in the world, so just be nice to them and be nice to each other. So that's really just my opinion. What's yours? Is there any I missed out? Any you agree with? Any you disagree with? Tell me in the comments section below. Subscribe to Planet Mark and hit that bell notification to be told of the next great upload. Check out loads of other videos as well that we spoke about in this video. And we've got loads of other great hints and tips on Planet Mark. And check out those links in the description box below for fantastic, great, super cheap Disney World Orlando essentials. Share and like this video if you love WDW. Follow on Twitter at PlanetMarkVlog or Facebook.com/PlanetMarkVlog or Instagram at Disney.Dreamer_UK. 83 days till Disney. See you next one, guys. Bye 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 bye.